Alright, this is a real shitty video. It's the only place I could find to actually do the video, because I'm not interested in going to the basement, because the fact is, that's how this whole incident, let's say, finished off my shoulder, because it was already completely jacked up anyhow. So, I fell down the stairs because I went for the railing, and I was feeling gonna decide to be like I was 16 and fly down the stairs. No railing, no stairs. Only thing to save my life was my arm went into the drywall at the bottom, because there just happens to be a little wall at the bottom, and then it opens up. I caught my arm there, and you can put my arm in it, and it fits perfectly. I know you can't see the top of my head, but whatever. Nothing beautiful going on up there. With the hair falling out like a... whatever. I can actually see the cocktail glass I took on the forehead a while back, too. Actually pretty good. I don't know why. At least I could see it like... I am absolutely... make the $1 million man look like a freaking joke, okay? 2 brain tumors. Both of them, I thought, definitely worse than this at this point. But what they did was, I watched it on TV. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it, because I like to watch that shit. They're like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. So they jam a needle in my neck, and I was like, oh my God. I see the needle creeping through by carotid artery and by arteries and other ones, like threading a needle until they got to this nerve in here, like down in here somewhere. Because right now, I can't feel anything. My throat is numb. My lung on this side is numb, so I have to keep breathing and keeping my lung open. So he's like, you okay with pain? I'm like, yeah, dude, I am pain, bro. I'm gonna tell you what. When the needle reached there was 2 nerves. They did 2. First one, I was like, oh my God, dude. I'm not. He was acting like it was cool for me to talk. I'm not talking more. This is insane. The pain when the needle into the nerve. Now, when he injected it paralyzes you. I just now, so you can't feel how bad the pain is. So I'm just now able to barely move my fingers. My hand is swollen up. Now this is the interesting part. See this gray thing? This is wrapped around the outside, and also is inside this big bandage, which is inside my shoulder too. And this tube, which I can't reach it, but you can see it. See the tube? Oh my God. Okay. Well, that plugs in to this like cooler with ice and water, like ice water. You plug that in, and then you turn it on, and it runs water through here, and it comes out the one side and back in the cooler, and it gets real nice and cold, which is it's the most relieving thing in the world. So that stays on for a while, and I'm about fixing to go plug it in like right now. So this is the cyborg cast that they put in. And the funny thing is, they gave me this ball to squeeze on, and I'm like, my hand's paralyzed, dude. I'm like, how am I supposed to use this ball? The only thing the ball good for is, right when I came in, the pit bull seen the red ball, and he's like, oh, Daddy brought me a toy. And then you think, I don't know why, I just wasn't in my right mind at all. Pit bull grabs it. I'm like, what the and he was like, oh my God, he was scared to death. He hasn't come near me since. He realized, and then he smelled blood and inside here or whatever he sniffed, and he's like, oh my God. I think he still thinks he injured me, but he knows that he's not supposed to touch this ball. I don't know why I still have it in there. That's the first thing that happened. I walk in the door. He's like, ball, boof. I'm like, ah. But I think he's got scared and took off before there was any damage done, thank God. And then, so I guess they come out and they told Kelly, oh, well, it's a way we're in there, but we got to go in deep, and it's very more evasive than we thought. That's what I find out when I get home. I'm like, really? You waited to tell me that when I got home? I was like, huh. I was wondering why I was so fucked up. I was like in pain and shit. They're injecting tons of pain medication in me, and they're like, I don't know how you still have pain, Mr. Lloyd. I'm like, well, why don't you back up with my medical records, and because it's all on file now. It's this app and shit, and they can see everything that's been posted. It's criminy since like, frick, man, like, I don't know, it goes all the way back to like the 90s, I think. It's insane. They're like, holy shit, you're too young for all these brain surgeries, 2 brain surgeries, freaking plastic surgery in your forehead, the cocktail glass. I'm like, yeah, I like to fight a lot, and I've been on some injuries, a hand surgery where someone tried to hit me with a beer bottle, and then I hit them with a beer bottle, but instead of hurting them, it cut my hand. Insane stuff. But this is just self-conflicted stupidity. So, try to end this at 6 minutes. But I thought someone might find this really cool. I mean, my arm's not going anywhere. It is in lockdown mode, and it's got this little ball on here. It's kind of creepy. It looks like some kind of fucking like freaky thing. So I want to get rid of it. I keep thinking it should be in my mouth or something with this creepy cast on. Sorry, I'm on a lot of meds right now, so you gotta deal with me. But yeah, this is pretty cool. You plug it into ice water and it pumps all this cool water. It's on top here, and it's inside this bandage too, because when it hits, you can feel the coolness go outside, and the knees fill up, and actually sit down, and then it's just, and it's in my armpit too, and it gets just cool, freezes my shoulder, and helps with pain. Which after this video, it will be running like a freaking waterfall. I can't go to sleep with it because it can only be on for so long, or the longer you do that, the more damage you do actually. So you can only do it for like 25-30 minutes at a time, and then take it off and leave it, because then there's still water in there, because then it gets warm. So at the end of the video, I'm trying to like show someone like how hardcore this thing is. I mean, look at this demon. Lighting's terrible, forgive me, but coming in, sitting on this bed with a dog cage is my only option. I'm not gonna go down the freaking stairs. I went down backwards today, and I was like, this is fucking crazy. What are you doing, idiot? This is what caused, but the railing that I have for the basement, I'm like I weigh, I've lost some weight, so I weigh 235 now. So it holds me, like I dangle from it, see if I break it off, because I wasn't gonna have this problem again. Yeah, I put some big nuts, screws in it, and shit. It's not going anywhere. Big ass hinges, or I should say, let's call them hinges right now. I'm on too many drugs. But this is the cast. On the inside, it's got this thing that goes around my hip, and so I can leave it like that. My hand's swollen as shit. I got these stockings. Well, hold on. Oh, okay, I got pants on. Okay, cool. Just making sure. I forgot. I was flashing people in the hospital, but I got sweatpants on now. So, I guess you can't see. But it goes into your hip, and it keeps it from moving. And, yeah, I mean, this ball they gave me. Oh yeah, you want to start squeezing this ball? When, dude? I mean, like, my hand is literally paralyzed. It just started working a tiny bit earlier, about 1 in the morning. Other than that, it was dead. Now, if I touch my arm, if you can see my arm with this shit light, let's try to get some better light here. I told you this is the only spot I could find. Well, my arm's right here. Look at this. I mean, I was digging at this, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this material? and it was my skin. I was like, holy shit. I couldn't feel anything. I was trying to rip it and pull. I was like, it's my fucking arm, dude. You can't feel it. They literally paralyzed my fucking whole arm. I mean, up here on my neck, starting a little feeling back here, but not much. First, I was like touching my neck. I was tripping because you can't feel it. So it's so wild, and I'm starting to get some feeling in my fingers, but not in my arm. My arm, I can't feel at all. I'm sure my shoulder, I can't feel at all. They said when it wears off, dude, be prepared. I think someone said the waterfall of pain when it wears off. I'm like, oh, that sounds real promising, bro. I'm glad that you gave me the heads up because I will never feel that pain because I will be drugging the shit out of myself because I've been through so many surgeries. They were kind of shocked. And I guess if you've been through so many surgeries and had a lot of painkillers, and I've never abused them, I've always gotten off them by when there's no pain, you take no pills. And you just kind of wean yourself off. But unfortunately, some people love the addiction to the medication, and then they have certain people that just keep prescribing them. Now, I will give you a tip out there. It's not a good tip, but whatever painkillers that you have left, if you have as many operations as I have, put them in a freeze-lock Ziploc baggie and get one of the small ones and pull all the air out and roll it up very tight and put them back in the pill box that you got it from it, if you can fit it in there. If not, put the whole pill bottle in the Ziploc baggie, and that'll work just fine too. And save that shit. Because in today's world, there's so many drug addicts out there. They are giving you minimal painkiller for fucking invasive operations like this. So, save them. I don't know if you can put them in the freezer or refrigerator. I wouldn't advise it, but I mean, I don't have children and shit, so I don't have to worry about anything. And I planned on not having children in my late 20s after I started seeing what pussies my friends were putting out in the world. No offense to anyone, but I have a lot of great followers. I'm not disrespecting anyone, but I was like, I'm not going to deal with this. And after this pandemic and what goes on in this world now today, I've never been more blessed. But I do pray for all of your children and they make through this pandemic and realize that there is sunshine ahead. So don't be mad at me for voicing my opinion on that. But that's important because there's no way I'm going to make it with pain medication, and they are not going to prescribe me very much. So I'm like, well, dudes, I already got shit from the last fucking operation, so whatever. I don't give a fuck. This is bullshit. No, but if you're a drug addict, go get some help because you're only fucking us other people over. They're trying to get operations and get through with no pain, but we have to suffer way worse than you do when you take drugs and alcohol. I'm fucking drink, but I'm cutting back like a beast nowadays. So, even alcohol, fuck. It's gotta go. Especially when you get close to 50. Enjoy it while you're young. Man, peel it off before you get into your 50s. It's just gonna wear you out like an old shoe. As my boy always says. Can't always give you a shout out, but I'm on too many pills, broski. On time. His name is On Time. I pull that out of the hat on about freaking 25 milligrams of oxycodone. Boom, with about 25 earlier, and I don't know how many injections of shit at 1 o'clock this afternoon. But I just thought I'd share this, and man, this is they cut a bone out. I don't know what bone they cut out. I'm quite curious. And no one told me. I'm like, oh, you cut a bone out. Okay. All right. So I hit good. Patch back together. Massive physical therapy after this. I know it's going to be probably the worst part of this whole thing is going to be the physical therapy. I guarantee it. But I could be wrong because I did tons of physical therapy before the surgery. And they said that is what's going to help you recover faster. Because a lot of people quit doing it before the surgery, and their shit gets all tightened up and stuff. And if you kind of hurt it a little bit. It's really no big deal because they're gonna fix whatever you. But I guess I did a little too much. The doctor's like, I think you did a little too much. I think you fucked your arm up even worse. I was like, well, your fucking assistant told me to do it. Go bitch at him. He didn't know what to say after that. But whatever. I'm good with this dude. But they actually didn't put this on right. And strapping motorcycles and boats and having trailers on, I was able to fix this myself. But I was kind of shocked that this was not even put on right. This was crooked. I was like, someone's digging me in the neck. This is all twisted, and they actually just tied it around here. So my arm actually dropped down to my waist. And that was like the little dog, Pole, the big ass, well, he's not that big. He's losing weight too because he just had an operation done. Pulled on this, nothing compared to whatever dumbass wrapped this around. Then I was like, well, the thing goes through the loop. It's like a belt buckle. And the Velcro straps back here, broski, or Chiquita, whoever the hell did it. I was like, whew, fuck. So I had to fix this myself. Poor Kelly, she's doing her best. It's not easy to deal with me. I'm pretty fucking pissed off and shit. It's pretty bad. So thanks for watching. Went a little bit farther than I wanted, but this is the cool part. You plug that into the ice cooler. I don't know, they didn't say bring it back, so I'm like, keep it forever, dude. Wrap it around everything that's fucked up and plug the cooler in and fire it up. I guess I bought the thing. I have no idea. It doesn't say anywhere in the papers bring it back, so I guess I'm an owner of this badass thing. Because I fucked myself up so much. I might as well keep it around forever. I don't know what else to say, but I am really fucked up bad. We're talking... my shoulder is partially separated. I guess it was a little bit separated. I don't know how, what the shit they did with that. I guess he went ahead and fixed that too. He sewed the rotor cup on the front back, attached the bicep back up onto the shoulder, fixed the rotor cup, and fixed the rotor cup on the inside where the shoulder was separated, and the outside, or I don't know if I'm getting this right, but whatever. Some of you doctors can straighten this shit out. And I guess I had a tear back here. Never had any pain back here, but I guess there was something back here too. And they cut a bone out, and I don't know what else they did. All they said to Kelly was they had to go deep into my shoulder and repair a bunch of other stuff that was covered up by all the arthritis and stuff that needed to be fixed that they didn't see on the MRI until they got in there. So, man, I was like, why don't you just put a plastic fucking shoulder in, dog? It sounds like it would have been about the same amount of work. But, yeah. Jesus, fuck. Seriously, eventually I am going to be hitting the $1 million mark in surgeries. After the 2 brain surgeries, the freaking bone tumor removed from my leg, and all these other surgeries, plastic surgeries and shit. I know I'm well over the $500,000 mark. So eventually, when they do the back surgery, I'm sure I'll be getting close to being the actual real $1 million man. Unfortunately, it's not my goal, but it's my destiny. It's my fucking MO, and I'm out.